Since we've been exploring the darker corners of psychology and how they affect our daily lives, today we're diving into something even more subtle, quiet manipulation. Because the most dangerous influence doesn't look like a fight, it looks like a normal conversation. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling completely drained, yet you can't quite put your finger on why? You weren't yelled at. No one demanded anything, but somehow you feel guilty, small, or suddenly unsure of yourself. Welcome to the world of quiet manipulation. Unlike overt control, quiet manipulation is subtle. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing that uses your empathy, your kindness, and your conscience against you. Today we're going to peel back the curtain. We'll explore 5 psychological signs that someone is quietly pulling your strings, and more importantly, how you can cut them. Sign 1. The guilt trap. The first sign is when someone uses their own pain to control your actions. This is often called the victim strategy. Imagine you tell a friend you can't help them move because you have to work. Instead of saying no problem, they sigh and say, "I understand. I'm just so overwhelmed lately and I don't know how I'll manage alone, but don't worry about me." Notice what happened? They didn't get mad. They acted hurt. By positioning themselves as the victim, they make your boundary look like an act of cruelty. If you find yourself constantly saying yes just to avoid the heavy weight of guilt, you aren't being a good friend, you're being manipulated. Sign 2. The concern trap. Manipulators know that the easier it is to make you doubt yourself, the easier it is to lead you. They do this through backhanded concern. It sounds like this. "Are you sure you want to take that promotion? I just worry you'll get too stressed. You've always struggled with pressure." On the surface, it sounds like they care, but look closer. They aren't supporting you, they're planting seeds of doubt. They highlight your weaknesses under the guise of protection. Over time, this erodes your self-esteem until you start relying on their judgment instead of your own. It's a slow-acting poison for your confidence. Sign 3. The selective silence. We've all heard of the silent treatment, but quiet manipulators use a more refined version. It's not a total blackout, it's a selective withdrawal of warmth. When you do something they don't like, they don't argue. Instead, they become busy. Their texts become one-word answers. Their tone turns clinical. You can feel the temperature in the room drop. This is a form of intermittent reinforcement. They're training you, like a lab rat, to seek their approval. You find yourself scrambling to fix things just to get that warmth back, often apologizing for things you didn't even do. Silence, in this case, is a tool for control. Sign 4. Shifting the frame. Have you ever tried to bring up a valid complaint only to end up apologizing? This is the pivot. If you say, "It hurt my feelings when you forgot our plans," a quiet manipulator will shift the frame. They might say, "Well, I've had a really hard week at work and now I feel like I can't even relax around you without being criticized." Suddenly, the conversation isn't about their mistake anymore, it's about your lack of empathy. They pivot the focus so fast that you lose track of your original point. If every attempt at accountability turns into an attack on your character, you are being manipulated. Sign 5. The joke that isn't a joke. The final sign is the use of aggressive humor. A manipulator will often say something insulting or belittling, then quickly follow it up with, "I'm just kidding, you're so sensitive." This is a double win for them.
First, they get to say the mean thing.
Second, they get to label your reaction as a flaw. By calling you too sensitive, they invalidate your feelings. It's a way of testing your boundaries. If you accept the joke, they know they can push a little further next time. It's the groundwork for gaslighting. How to protect yourself from quiet manipulation. So, what do you do if you recognized someone in these signs? First, trust your gut. If a relationship consistently leaves you feeling off or confused, that's your brain's way of spotting a pattern your heart doesn't want to see. Second, set boring boundaries. When a manipulator tries to guilt trip you, don't over-explain. Just say, "I'm sorry you feel that way, but I can't make it." The less you feed the drama, the less power they have over you. Remember, manipulation thrives in the dark. Once you name the tactic, it loses its power. You aren't too sensitive, you're just paying attention. If you found this helpful, stay tuned. In our next video, we're going to look at the flip side, how to build unshakable psychological boundaries. Don't forget to like and subscribe to MindSketch for more insights into the human mind. See you in the next one.